Alrighty, well, good morning, everybody. It is Monday, September 23rd, 2024. Let's go ahead and look at what happened here on Friday. I'm going to go through this pretty quick because Friday, was the contract rollover day, right? We had expiration at the end of the day. Told you to be careful because it could be, messy back and forth, no direction. And sure enough, as you can see, just chopped up and down all day. But the main thing that I warned you guys about was if the market does pull back, I want you to be aware that this area right around 57.36, I said mostly probably down even into 57.34, somewhere in there made sense for there to be support in the market. And sure enough, they pulled back. Coming out of the open here, you did have an opportunity to try and fade the back end of that VWAP. And the back end of the 200 here as we started to sell off. Again, came all the way down, not to the tick in this instance, but pretty damn close to the area I warned you was going to be a strong support zone. And then from there, that was the low of the day. As you can see on the way back up, there was a fade off the 200 again. Gave you one of those perfect 50% retracements to go ahead and break out through there. You got the pullback right into the 200 and our roadmap level at 44. The pullback to the 200 here, the pullback to the 200 there. So there were a lot of good buying opportunities once we established some support off the very level I warned you made a lot of sense to hold the market up. You even had a fade opportunity off VWAP once and twice there. But the overarching idea here was once we found that support, we got up through the previous swing high there. Everything looked like we were going to try and push back up. And sure enough, that's what happened. You even got that final tag of the 200 the whole way up. You could have bought on those pullbacks there. And then what do you know? Right up to the holy orange power level, which was also one of our new scaffolding levels on the new contract. And then that was the beginning of the next rotation down. So great opportunity there. And on that pullback, what do you know? They came right down into 50% of the day before, only to find support and then pushed up right into the close of the day before. So on the way up there, once again, once it established that it was trying to continue and push here, getting through the VWAP, it pulled back right to the 200 again. Twice, so you had an opportunity there. Pulled back right off that holy orange power level once again, and then finally came up to the close of the day before. Once again, our roadmap levels highlighting pretty much every major rotation in the market on Friday, despite the choppiness, despite the indecision. And then at the end of the day there, as the market sold off from the close of the day before, you got another tag right off and with divergence right off the back end of the holy orange power level. And just so happens the holy orange power level was basically our roadmap level, that right, one of our new scaffoldings. And you had an opportunity there with bearish divergence to try and fade the market at the end of the day going into the contract expiration. And then right in the last final moments of the market, maybe I should say the beginning of that last extended trading hour, you had a great opportunity with bearish divergence to try the back end of the 200 for another 10 points to the downside. So pretty damn good day if you ask me. Again, nailed nearly every rotation right off of very discrete levels that we watch on the market, and some great opportunities off the 200 throughout the day. That brings us here now into the pre-market coming into Monday morning. So here is Sunday's Globex session. They came right up to that all-time high from last year or from earlier this year, right up to 57.82. Faded right off of that, held the back end of the VWAP on the way down. Didn't quite come into any notable levels here off the low here in the overnight session, but on the way back up, once again, found trouble right off the roadmap level to the tick. And if you wanted to fade the back end of the VWAP there, you would have got a decent little trade. Let me pull this back because we didn't have the Hopal on there at the moment, but got the pullback basically to the close of the day before, bouncing 2 ticks in front of it. And now here we are trying to push back higher. And on that pullback there with beautiful divergence right off the 200 here, for the push higher and off the roadmap level. Once again, that level has been pretty damn relevant, and I put it on the charts last week, that 57, 67, 75, which was also VWAP there, pushing us up to where we are right now, pulling back off the next roadmap level. What do you know? So that's the review for the last, from Friday of last week, coming into the beginning of this week. Still some pretty great rotations off of our brand new roadmap levels. So we know that they do have something to them here, right? That 157, 67, 75 level, if you bought and sold off of it. Of course, they do chug through it from time to time, but great opportunity for rotations all throughout the beginning of this new contract. So that wraps up the review. Let's go ahead and jump up to the higher time frames and see what they have to say for this morning.